Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. We are on the 2023 Spring Cleaning Eve Watch. I know it's called something else. I know if you go to the Platinum track, you're going to call it the Bobble Babble. But I'm just going to stick with the name it's always been. It's easier to say. It makes sense. I think the people who've been in the community for a couple years know it. So we're just going to call it Spring Cleaning 2023. And this is my wish list, by the way. I'm very excited to see, given this was only $10, how much this Deadpool Bobble Babble gets us. It's also worth noting that we have, I think, some of that added in as a bonus, unless they took it away. Like if you go to day 21, you can see you've got 25,000 more, and then day 27, you've got 31,000 more. So if you were to not buy anything extra, that's on day 27, and right now we're barely on day 18. So this also makes me slightly confused, because normally the Deadpool store, the spring cleaning store, lasts at most, like, I don't know, till Tuesday the next week. But if you're getting added currency from doing this normally, one per day, is this going to be around for like the rest of the month? Are we going to see this at the end of April? Maybe. It's worth thinking about. It's worth keeping your eye on and your mind on for when this hits. And maybe that's why they're not calling it spring cleaning, because it's actually a longer period of time than spring cleaning for that store to be around. I also was so excited because I trust leaks, and 99% of the time it feels like they're right, but whatever the leaker was, allegedly, for 8.2, got it wrong. Got it so wrong that we no longer have any hope for a rank 4 to rank 5 6-star rank up gem crystal. I do think that Kabam is doing that on purpose for a couple of reasons. One, July 4th is more logical for that to appear for Paragon players, and two, they want that to still be pretty rare. Normally that would make perfect sense, but with 7-star shards now in the game and 7 stars right around the corner in the next few weeks, it's kind of an odd choice to me. But Kabam is going to Kabam. There ain't no doubt about it. So what I thought I would do, now that I've set that intro up, I thought it'd be good for me to go to, and if some of you saw my reminder of what this was last year, to look at what was last year, talk about ways to improve it, and then go to the biggest example of these bundles for Paragon players, because remember, this was the last Thronebreaker as the top progression deal in 2022, because Paragon came a month later, less than a month later actually, I think. So everybody got 27,000 for free. Hopefully that's still the case. The Odin is 480,000. That's how we're going to look at it. 6-star 6-stone crystals in bundle 1 should now be generic 6-star 6 stones. I expect this to be at least double, if not maybe even 5 times what it was last year. We're talking about 5,000 6-star shards for 13,500, where you could actually get a 6-star basic crystal for free, if that's the case as Paragon member. Bundle 3, I expect this to be at least a 25% Tier 5 class Catalyst Fragment Selector. For this, I expect this to be 7-star shards along with 6-star shards. I do. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a lot, because the first time that it's introduced, it's always a small amount. It might be only 1,000 7-star shards, which is pretty terrible. But I expect it to be there, unlike last year. Bundle 5, I expect this to be a fully formed Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selector, so 100% at minimum with maybe 5 Tier 2 Alpha. I expect this to be at least double the 6-star generic 6 stones, and way more than just 1 Tier 4 Class Catalyst Selector. Those are so much more common now than they were a year ago. It's crazy how much the economy has changed for the better on Tier 4 Class Catalyst Selectors. Remember, Battlegrounds wasn't around a year ago. That's how much has changed. Part of the enjoyment for me as a historian of this game is just to look back on how much the game has evolved in a calendar year. And so here we have 75,000, gets you 7,500 6-star shards. Again, I expect that to be a minimum of a featured 6-star, and for that matter, probably a 6-star Nexus. Speaking of a 6-star Nexus, I expect this to potentially be an Abyss Nexus in place of a regular Nexus. That is also the norm now. We'll talk about that more with the remaining pictures from the last holiday. I expect multiple Tier 5 basic if it's here, but probably half a Tier 6 basic for this. I expect those to be selectors for Tier 4 Class Catalyst. I just don't expect Bundle 9 to exist as it did for Paragon players. Again, 6-star 6-stone not crystals, generics, maybe even some tier 3 alpha for bundle 10. Bundle 11, this was the big price tag for almost $100. I expect at minimum a fully formed tier 6 basic, a fully formed tier 3 alpha, maybe a tier 6 class catalyst fragment selector. In bundle number 11. Bundle 12, I still expect, if this is the same number, a 6-star generic awakening gem for sure. Shout out to Mama Bear for getting Apocalypse finally after 2 years plus, and also some more tier 6 basic catalyst. And then Cavalier Nexus Crystal, maybe a Mythic Nexus would be even more amazing from 2022. It is that time. Obviously, we're not going to get 2021 crystals, and then some more tier 6 basic, but way more than 1450. And the same for the tier 3 alpha and the Battlegrounds crystals. But of course, we're going to compare that to this, which was the Cyber Weekend sales from November, the last major holiday with, obviously, it's different now because you don't get units attached to it in the same way because the units are nice, but we're talking about this bonus currency of the Deadpool babble. And so instead of all these great pictures, you have to go straight to the $100. And you got to remember that this is what it used to cost. You got 3,350 units plus all those extras. The extras now for this event are just so much worse. I mean, 10 no fooling pools gold crystals and a 1-star Deadpool. That is not legendary. And yet, that is the difference. You still get the units too, but that's it. So, hide your eyes, kids. Sorry about that. All right, so in these bundles, this is what we saw. I would love this as is. A 6-star crystal, 14 tier 2 alpha, 7 tier 5 basic, 2 tier 5 class catalyst selectors. I expect that to be the case, but also maybe replacing some of those tier 5 with tier 6 and tier 2 with tier 3. I expect this to be way cheaper than it was for bundle number 2, maybe even double what it was. I expect the featured 6-star crystals to come back. I expect the 6-star 6 stones to come back. Again, if this was just cheaper and it is exactly the same bundle from November, I'd be very happy. I would snatch this up. Maybe they're going to keep it similar, but have the purchase limit be 2 instead of 1. We'll see. Check out this rank up gem. Now this, I expect eventually the highest rank up gems to be rank 4. But maybe, just maybe, since we don't have the expectation any longer for rank 5 6-star rank up gem crystals, we'll see what we did from the 8.2 exploration pack that I graded yesterday. And that is a chance to maybe still get some tier 6 class catalyst fragment selectors to form manually a targeted next rank 5 6-star, because so far we've all been at the mercy of the RNG of the crystal, which of course you have no control over. Here again, would love to see this, but maybe double with a less of a price, because I just love this so much as is. Love this, but the rank 3 to rank 4 gems need to appear. I expect to see this, but with Abyss Nexus. Wouldn't it be great if we get 3 6-star Abyss Nexus? Surely I can get Infamous Iron Doom from one of those. Relics are going to be a part of this too. This is the only thing I didn't purchase in November and had no regrets. I just feel like I've opened 3 or 4 of the 5-star relics. I appreciate that they're not game-changing, because a bad matchup in Battlegrounds is still a bad matchup even if you have a 5-star relic attached to your 6-star champion. But no, hard pass. And then we've got the 6-star Awakening gem from November. We've got the Wish Crystal Selector, which has never been part of spring cleaning, so I don't expect it to happen now. But hey, maybe one could hope that would arise, and that was the Past Era Selector. Of course, a champion of a specific year in 2022 would be the next duration of that. My goal was to keep this under 10 minutes, and if we stop right now, I can do just that. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Really pumped to talk about this.